All right, guys. So I told you I would post the video of me making snow whenever we were going to drop down into the lower teens in Louisiana. I just want to give you fair warning. It was a fail. Well, partially a fail. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. The reason being is it actually got so cold my nozzle, even though it was going through a pressure washer, it was freezing up the nozzle, and eventually it froze up to the point where it wasn't making a fine mist, and eventually started sputtering into a little stream, which ended up turning into a big frozen lake the next morning. But this is about 7 hours of video. It's currently playing at 128 times speed. So while all this is going on, I'm expecting, I think around 1 o'clock in the morning is when this thing froze up. And I was in bed when I woke up the next morning. I just came outside and saw a little stream coming out that was not a fine mist, which basically turned the whole lower half of my yard into a frozen lake. So, nevertheless, it was still fun to go out there and play around in. The kids liked it. It's going to lead me to build a different way of doing the snow nozzle. Right now, it's an internal mix where the an air compressor and the water goes into one tube and it mixes inside that nozzle and squirts out. I'm gonna have to build one where the air and the water are separate. Um, so, I guess 3 or 4 years from now, when we get another cold snap like this, I'll try it again. But while you're here, just take a look. Take a look at the crap that was going on during this freeze, man. It was raining for about 3 days straight, and the temperatures just slowly started to drop, and everything was freezing on the trees couldn't take the weight of the frozen of the ice, not the frozen ice, couldn't take the weight of the ice. Everything was snapping and breaking. Power lines were down. I don't know how many thousands of people were actually without power for an extended period of time. It was pretty bad. We didn't lose power. If we did, I've got a generator. I would have connected up to the house, but it was something that we don't experience quite often in Louisiana. The pictures in Monroe were crazy. I mean, take a look at this. It looks like you would be up north somewhere, but this is on an interstate. Yeah, my brother came down from Texas. Well, actually, he was driving back to Texas, and he thought he was going to drive through this. I was like, man, you need to turn around, come back. I actually called state police. They said there's no way you can drive from Baton Rouge and get to Texas. All the roads are shut down. I mean, just look at this. It's it's crazy. So that's once in a few year cold snaps. We had all kind of trees down, pandemonium everywhere. But sorry it took me so long for this lame video of the snow machine. I was really hoping that we would have a 5 foot mound of snow, but it was just too cold, and it just kept freezing up the nozzle. If I had a different way of making that nozzle to where it wouldn't freeze up, maybe I could insulate it. We would have done a whole lot better. Yeah, I've done this around 25-degree temperature, 22-degree temperatures, and it did really well. But just around 1 p.m., I mean, sorry, 1 a.m., when it dropped down to 15 degrees, 12 degrees, that's when it just clogged everything up, and then that was a wrap. The hose pipe froze up. The pressure washer hose froze up. And there was nothing to do. I wasn't about to take the hose pipe inside and put it in a bathtub or something to thaw it out, but it is what it is. So there's the lame snowmaking machine. It did get pretty thick, even though it didn't look like it right here, but it was a decent amount of snow. Just the lower half of the yard was frozen. The top part, it still remained a fluffy snow for a while. So there's your update. Sorry it took me so long to post the video. Sorry it kind of sucked, but I said I'd post it, so there it is. Until next time, later.